What's good, family? Welcome back to the Betting Exchange live on MSG. We're making bets, we're debating bets, and telling you why our bets are the best. Got Katie here, we got Erik, myself, and you. We're locked in and ready for some more playoff action. Second round NHL conference final time in the NBA. So that means there's a whole lot of betting to go on the table. I'm ready to rock.
I'm ready to rock, too. We had a nice night off from playoffs last night. I was able to catch up on my Netflix and those type of things. A little bit of baseball in there, but we're back, baby.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, the Warriors, Mavericks, that's going to be a great series right there. Luka Doncic has been on fire lately. We all know the Warriors been there before. It's going to be interesting to see who makes it out of this that Western Conference.
I like this Golden State yellow you got on.
Yeah. We see where your loyalty lies right now. And joining us to give us all his sports betting knowledge, my guy on the island, Harrison Sanford. Harrison, how you feeling, man?
I got my Luka Dallas Mavericks blue on, guys.
Yeah.
How about that?
Looking sharp.
I will tell you this, though. I'm excited for the next round of the NBA and NHL playoffs. But if we get to Game 7s, I'm going to need the NBA to do a better job.
Yeah.
Because they did not hold it down in the Game 7s, unlike what the NHL did. Those were a lot better.
Exactly.
Couldn't agree more. And look, let's get into it right now. Let's talk about the cover story, which, of course, what else is there to talk about besides the playoffs for the NBA and the NHL? So we're going to dig a little bit deeper. My first question is for you, Jeff. So the NBA announced the formation of the MVP awards for both the Eastern and the Western Conference. Talk to us about that a little bit.
Yeah, so before you used to just get a conference trophy and then people would decide who was the best player, just like a fans talk. But now we have an official MVP award for each team coming out of the East and the West. The East is for Bob Cousy, and the East is for Bird, and the West is for Magic Johnson for the MVP awards. Because this is basically like the rivalry that in the '80s that sparked the NBA, right? Then you got the overall awards that are Oscar Robertson, original Mr. Triple Double, and Bob Cousy in the East. So wouldn't it be cool if Jason Tatum won that first award with Larry Bird and that whole Celtics lore? So I think it's a cool way. And the Larry O'Brien trophy also got a makeover. It's been updated for the 2020. So I think it's a cool way to incentivize the players a little bit more. You get a little bit more recognition for your conference championship. But that thirst for a world title is never really going to subside. But I think it's cool to honor the greats from the NBA and to make conference championships MVP, because there have been some great performances over the years.
I agree. All right, Harrison, even though the lines are not out yet, if you had to take the over in points for one player, Steph Curry or Luka Doncic, who would it be and why Steph Curry?
Right now, first of all, I have to take the over with both of those guys. They're spectacular, unless it's like over 40 points or something like that. I'd have to go with Steph just because he's a guy who can always get his shot off. You're not going to double team Steph. There's just way too many shooters on the Warriors, where the Warriors might decide to double team Luka because he's so good. So I think I would go with the over on Steph, even though obviously both of those guys are just absolutely electric.
I think that Steph is actually leading the playoffs right now in points per game as well. He just kills it every single game. Yeah. All right, Erik, besides the Rangers against Carolina, and of course your Avalanche that are moving on here, which series are you more locked into, the Battle of Alberta or the Battle of Florida?
I'm locked in on the Battle of Florida.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay Lightning, the defending champs, who just went through a crazy 7-game series with the Maple Leafs. They're very efficient. They were down 3-2. They won 2 games back, 2 elimination games to win this series, and they show why they were the back-to-back champs. And if you're the champs, you're back-to-back champs. Somebody's got to beat you. You know what I mean? And the Florida Panthers are really looking primed to do that. They just dominated the Washington Capitals and Alexander Ovechkin. They played very well. They were down 2-1 in that series, and then they came back. And 2 out of those 3 wins they went to overtime. So it was a tough, hard-fought series for them as well. So I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah, all right. So let's talk about some futures bets, either for the NHL or the NBA. What do you think?
Okay, I got Jalen Brunson averaging 19.3 points per game in the series against the Warriors at -115. Since February, he's averaged over 17 points per game. In the playoffs, that's risen to 23. He's shown that he can score 20-plus points a game alongside Luka, can create his own shots, still get everybody else involved, and takes highly efficient shots, too. He isn't taking as many threes, but he can get to the rim. And I think he's going to be able to find the holes in the Warriors' defense and be able to be opportunistic with the way he scores. I think 19.3 is a great enough number to take that bet on, so that's why I'm rolling with that.
All right.
Yeah, Jalen Brunson been playing some big minutes.
Yeah.
I got Steph Curry to lead the series in three-pointers made, and at plus 150. I don't know how this one is at plus money. We all know how Steph gets down. And with the Warriors, this is time. This is the Western Conference Finals. They're going to forget all those games, spreading the ball around, playing fun. It's time to get down to business, and who better to go through than Steph Curry? So I think he's going to lead the series in threes made.
All right, Harrison, you looking at a futures bet?
Yes, indeed. First of all, I love that bet from Erik. And if I'm LeBron James, the Eastern Conference Finals MVP should be after me, not Larry Bird, the way he used to dominate. But I'm rolling with Jason Tatum at minus 120 to win that award. And sneakily, Jimmy Butler can very well get that assist leader award too if Marcus Smart doesn't play. That's plus 225 right now as well.
All right, I'm looking at the Eastern Conference Finals winners to be the Miami Heat at plus 155. I do think that there is just good value here because, look, they were the number one seed for a reason. They had the best record in the Eastern Conference. They're absolutely battle-tested. And do you remember for football season, we kind of agreed that the Chiefs versus the Bills was like the real Super Bowl? Mm-hmm. I almost think that the Eastern Conference Finals was the Bucks versus the Celtics, and the Celtics gave it everything they could, so they might be a little gassed here. I think they might have just, given it everything they can. So with the Heat being so dominant at home, them having the home court advantage, if it does go into a Game 7, I like the Heat to win this at plus 155. All right, everybody, that is going to wrap up our cover story here, and we'll be right back on the Betting Exchange.